Next stop, the three branches of government. The United States Constitution divides the federal government into three branches. It does this to ensure a central government in which no individual or group gains too much control. Those branches are the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. Let's discuss the judicial branch of the United States. The judicial branch is led by the Supreme Court of the United States. Supreme Court justices are responsible for upholding this guy, the United States Constitution. The Supreme Court of the United States is located in Washington, D.C. The Supreme Court of the United States decides if laws are constitutional. Members of the Supreme Court are appointed by the President. They interpret the laws of the Constitution for citizens to understand. Supreme Court justices hold the position for life. The Supreme Court is the only court that is provided for in the Constitution. Nomination is based on the candidate's character and past decisions that they've made. Members of the Supreme Court are nominated by the President and confirmed by the Senate. Aha! Here are the Supreme Court justices. Notice that there's 9 of them, and they're very diverse, with men and women and people of different ethnicities. Only certain cases actually make it to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court justices rule on a decision. Supreme Court justices have to have the ability to put themselves in other people's shoes so they can see both sides of every argument. Now let's talk about the legislative branch. The legislative branch is the Congress. It's made up of 2 parts, the House of Representatives and the Senate. Congress makes new laws that must be signed by the President to be enforced. Congress confirms presidential appointments and they make laws. The Congress reflects the interests of their residing state. The Congress meets in Washington, D.C. at the United States Capitol building. Congress is made up of 2 parts, the Senate and the House of Representatives. There are qualifications in order to be a member of the Senate. You must be at least 30 years old. You must have been a citizen for at least 9 years. And you have to be a resident of the state in which he or she is chosen. Senators have a term limit of 6 years. There are 2 senators for every state in the United States. There are sole powers that exist within the Senate. The Senate can try and impeach officials such as the President, Vice President, or Supreme Court Justice. It can confirm presidential appointments, such as if the country needs a new Attorney General, the President will make an appointment. The Senate has to confirm the appointment, and it can ratify treaties. The Vice President serves as the President of the Senate. The Vice President only votes in the presence of a tie. There are qualifications to work in the United States House of Representatives. You must be at least 25 years old. You must have been a United States citizen for at least 7 years. And you must be a resident of the state from which he or she is chosen. Members of Congress have a term limit of 2 years. There are currently 435 representatives in Congress. Every state gets at least 1 representative. California has the most representatives because it has the largest population of American citizens living within it. Sole powers that exist within the House of Representatives include they vote on charges of impeachment, and they can propose bills for raising revenue. The Speaker of the House is elected by the House's majority party. The Speaker recognizes speakers and controls floor debate. They determine committee assignments for members, and they assign bills to committees. Now let's discuss the executive branch of government. This includes the President of the United States. The President signs bills into law and vetoes bills that he or she does not like. The President pardons or frees people that he or she feels is innocent of a crime. The President appoints judges to interpret the laws of the Constitution for its citizens. Not just anyone can become President. To become President of the United States, you must be at least 35 years old. You must be a natural-born citizen of the United States, and you must have been a resident of the United States for the last 14 years. The President serves as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. They accept or veto congressional bills. They make treaties with help from the Senate. They make appointments of public officials like judges. They give an annual State of the Union address to recommend the legislative agenda for the next year. And they have the power to grant pardons in all federal cases except those of impeachment. The President can't do it all, so he or she can elect someone to lead an area of government that can help them make informed decisions, such as the Department of Agriculture or the Department of Education. Why do I feel so powerful sitting in this chair? It might be because I'm sitting in the Oval Office, which is the office of the President of the United States. The presidency is a powerful position. There have been lots of men that have had the opportunity to serve as President of the United States. The first African American was elected in 2008. His name was Barack Obama. A woman has never been elected President of the United States, at least not yet. The building behind me here is the White House. It's located in Washington, D.C. The President of the United States and his family lives here during the time that he serves as President. Being President of the United States is a difficult job. In 1 minute, you can be the most popular person in the United States, and you can be extremely unpopular in the next. Presidents have demanding schedules. They have a lot of people to answer to for every decision that they make, including the American people. Maybe our founding fathers knew that when they drafted the Constitution of the United States. One man or one branch of government can't do all of the work for the entire country. You know what they say, there's no I in team. It takes a team to run our country. And that team is made of the three branches of government: the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. There are checks and balances in the federal government. No branch has any more power or any less power than any other branch. Ooh, that was a lot of fun. Don't forget to check us out on TPT, Teachers Pay Teachers, Instagram, Facebook, or Pinterest. And that's not all. If you want to see more of the Bowtie Guy, head over to my YouTube channel. Check out our blog at bowtieGuyandWife